Moving on, India's fine jewelry market is undergoing a transformation and lab-grown diamonds are at the heart of it. Aukera has just raised $15 million in fresh funding. The round was led by Peak 15 partners with participation from Fireside Ventures and others. In just 2 years, Aukera has expanded to 13 company-owned stores across key Indian cities. This fundraise will power their next phase of growth, from retail expansion and product innovation to brand building, as Aukera looks to become a 1,000 crore rupee label and redefine what luxury means for the modern Indian consumer. So how is Aukera challenging legacy players and building trust in a new category? Let's find out. Joining me now on the hot seat is Lisa Muketkar, the founder and CEO of Aukera. Lisa, thank you so much for taking time out and being here with us on Startup Street. You know, Aukera was launched 2 years ago, right? Talk to us about why you decided to embark on this journey of lab-grown diamonds. You know, there are a clutch of firms that have entered the space, intensifying competition. So how are you sort of staying ahead of that as well?
Thanks, Arundhati, for having me. It's my pleasure to be here. Started this business simply because if you saw what was happening in the precious jewelry market with diamonds, the way prices were going, you were getting smaller and smaller and, yellowish color diamonds by the end of it. Lab-grown diamonds came along and challenged everything that mine diamonds were doing. You saw a disruption in the US, and we've begun to see the same play out in India. So for those of you who don't know, lab-grown diamonds just offer a significantly better product at a significantly advantageous price. So with that kind of consumer value proposition, it's hard to not want to do something like this. And yes, there are several other brands. It's becoming a crowded market already. But I believe that with Aukera's strategy and Aukera's vision and the team behind it, we're very clearly poised to be leaders in the market.
And we will discuss that strategy that Aukera has a little bit further on in the show. But let's talk about the fundraise. How will this $15 million capital infusion fuel the next phase of growth for the company? What would be the immediate focus?
So it's primarily three things. One is really retail footprint expansion. We believe that even though we're an omni brand, consumers really enjoy shopping jewelry in physical stores. So expanding our retail footprint is going to be one key usage of funds. The other thing is really to build the brand out, which means marketing, and build the organization, because we're building a business for the long term.
Sure. And, speaking about your retail presence, you've grown to about 13 stores in just 2 years. What's sort of the roadmap now? How many cities are you planning on entering? And what's the ideal store count that you want to have in the next 12 to 18 months?
So we're currently in 3 cities, and we will have 15 stores, in fact, in the next 2 weeks. We're in NCR, we're in Hyderabad, and we're in Bangalore. We're looking at expanding further in these 3 areas, but also expanding to the rest of the country, because Aukera is clearly looking at being a national player.
So you're looking at being a national player, but you're very focused on building this sort of big retail-led brand presence in an increasingly digital world. Why the heavy focus on the offline space, and what role will online or the omni-channel play in your strategy?
Sure. So, Arundhati, you will understand that women really like to touch and experience jewelry physically. They look for trust, and therefore a physical retail store is extremely important. So the omni-channel play is important because discovery happens online very clearly, but conversion really happens in store. That's been our experience, and I think that's the experience of brands across the category.
Sure. And, you have spoken about becoming a 1,000 crore rupee brand in the next 5 to 7 years. What gives you sort of that confidence to scale that fast? Is it, repeat customers, ticket side, or, sort of a clear market shift right now?
Yeah. So it is really a seismic shift that we expect that we're going to be seeing in the market. And that's simply because of the consumer value proposition that lab-grown diamonds offers, and the kind of jewelry and the kind of service experience that Aukera offers. So we've seen a tremendous increase in the customer walk-ins, in interest, in conversions that we've had over the last 2 years, so much that we're looking at really ramping up our entire expansion plan. And I think, like in many categories, we will see a hockey stick, curve that's happening very soon. We're at a tipping point, we believe, where you can see consumers just shifting to lab-grown diamonds from mined diamonds. Also, there are new customers entering the category. That's happening as well, because I don't know if you know, but diamonds has less than a 10% penetration in India. So there are new customers that will enter the category, and the category will expand. But yes, there is a clear shift from mined diamonds to lab-grown diamonds.
So clearly at that tipping point right about now. But if you could sort of, tell us a little bit more about your design strategy, right? How are you sort of differentiating your collections in a space where sort of legacy brands dominate on heritage and trust? So if you could talk to us about your design strategy, as well as, the kind of clients that you're catering to.
Sure. So the first thing about design strategy, I think, first of all, our view is not about one collection or the other. Our view on design is that design means multiple things. One of them is innovation, one of them is craftsmanship, and yes, of course, there's the aesthetic. Aukera has a team that focuses on innovation because we believe that it's part of our DNA to bring a better product to customers, and lab-grown diamonds offers the kind of innovation that we want to do. So we're constantly pushing the boundaries to see how we can make better diamonds, larger diamonds, better quality diamonds, colors, shapes, really pushing in terms of the cuts that we can do to make more brilliant, larger, more beautiful diamonds. That's one part of it. The other part of it is in terms of craftsmanship, and there's so much there again that can be done to bring in better finishes, a lot more beauty that can be added to a product that is bought for desire and that is meant to bring joy to women. So there's a lot that we push by way of design, craftsmanship, and innovation. And I think that's what's different. It's not about one collection or the other. We have that, but there's a lot more that goes into Aukera's design strategy.
So a lot more that goes into it. But, before I let you go, if you could quickly tell us, what about revenues? Where are you currently at? What are you clocking, and where do you hope to end this year?
So we expect that we'll be ending this year with about 250 crores. That's our expectation. It could be better. A lot depends on the upcoming season. But at the very least, we'll be at 250 crores.
All right. So 250 crores is what you're looking to end this year at. All right, Lisa, thank you so much for taking time out and being here with us on Startup Street.
Thank you, Arundhati.
Well, with that.